Now, for those people who probably have nothing to lose, they'll probably charge around $10,000, $12,000. And for the regular scam artists, those ones will charge you about $15,000, $20,000. And for the greedy ones, they'll charge you around $25,000, $30,000. It doesn't even cost up to 1/3 of that amount to get your permanent residency, let alone citizenship. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Ada Canada. Thank you so much for joining me again today. My name is Nikki. So for today's video, I'm going to be addressing the issue of immigration fraud, the scam artists, and people who just commit all manner of atrocities and give you false promises of coming to Canada on a platter of gold. Now, I know that this topic is a very sensitive topic just because there are probably many of you out there who have been victims of this kind of scam and you've probably lost a lot of money. First of all, I do empathize with you. I'm really sorry about what you went through. I hope that you get to recover what you've lost. After watching this video and paying attention to the clues, you might learn a thing or two just so that you don't get swindled again. Starting out, the first type of immigration fraud that I'm going to be addressing is marriage by convenience, aka marriage for the papers, contract marriage for the papers, marriage for the bali. You know what I'm talking about. Simply put, this is when person A, who is not a permanent resident or a citizen, goes into a contract marriage with person B, who is a permanent resident or a citizen, with the sole purpose of becoming a permanent resident or a citizen through the help of person B. I hope that made sense. The end goal is that when person A becomes a permanent resident or a Canadian, then that marriage becomes cancelled and all, divorce happens and person A and person B go their separate ways. This type of marriage is not free. Now, for those people who probably have nothing to lose, they'll probably charge around $10,000, $12,000. And for the regular scam artists, those ones will charge you about $15,000, $20,000. And for the greedy ones, they'll charge you around $25,000, $30,000. Guys, that is a lot of money. That is way too much money for you to spend just to become a permanent resident. And honestly, it doesn't even cost up to 1/3 of that amount to get your permanent residency, let alone citizenship. It's a lot. Now, I know that this type of marriage business arrangement usually flies by in so many other countries. A lot of people do it under the radar. However, when it comes to Canada, you need to be very careful because it is criminal. If things don't go well, or if somebody decides to blow a whistle or blow your cover, you're screwed. If the IRCC finds out that you've been involved in immigration fraud through marriage by convenience, that is criminal and it has legal consequences. So you could go to jail, you could have your status revoked and then dismissed from entry into the country, no more entry. I just think that it's not worth the stress and it's not worth you spending all that money on. One thing I love about Canada is the fact that it's not like so many other countries. You can get your permanent residency and your citizenship without having to marry anybody who is a citizen, as long as you're sharp and as long as you know what you're doing, as long as you're qualified with the requirements, you can do it. I mean, there are so many people out there who are getting their PRs without even getting married. Instead of spending that kind of money in doing a contract marriage, you can pay a regulated immigration consultant with the RCIC designation to help you. I feel like that gives more justification to spend such a large amount of money. Another way that immigration fraudsters get to their unsuspecting victims is by email. So they will usually send out phishing emails to these unsuspecting victims and make very bogus claims in those emails. When you see that kind of email, you're going to definitely start wondering, well, how do these people know my email? How did they find me? How did they know that I'm interested in moving to Canada? How did this happen? The truth is, they actually don't know. They're just sending out emails to so many email addresses in the hope that at least one or more persons will respond. And when you respond, that is when they begin their plan of attack. Usually in the emails, it will have bogus claims. It will have like really very enticing information, things that intrigue you and things that will pique your interest, will make you very curious, so that you're tempted to click on the links that they will attach to their email. Everything looks too good to be true and you're tempted to want to give in to explore. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Whenever you get those kinds of phishing emails, just delete or send it to spam or junk mail. As a matter of fact, I actually do have an email from one of them. So 2 days ago, somebody sent me an email. I don't even know who this person is, but someone sent me an email with an application ID asking me to register to live and work in Canada. And I'm like, they're telling me they'll verify my eligibility and they have several options for me to be able to move to Canada. I'm going to attach a screenshot of this so that you'll see what I'm talking about. This is an example of a phishing email. It's a clickbait. So when you click on the link that they will provide, they're baiting you, okay? They're about to set a bait, a trap for you. When you go to the website, usually the website is fake. It will have like all manner of bogus claims and information. If you go ahead to register, they'll ask you to pay a certain amount of money. What they're asking you to pay is just, it's ridiculous. Which brings me to my next point. So with the fake immigration website, we live in a day and age where anybody can fake a website. Anybody can copy something from anywhere and put it somewhere else. So usually what they do with the fake website is they will take information from the IRCC portal website and then they will paste it on their own website. Sometimes you see things like special deals for certain programs and giving you certain discounts. So for example, maybe they charge like $500, for example, on the regular. So with a special deal, it will be 50% off, and you will get that 50% off if you pay by a certain time frame. Don't do it, guys. Don't fall for it. Another way you'll know if the website is fake is in the language. The original immigration website has 2 languages, and that's because Canada is a bilingual country. Canada speaks English and French. So there is English section and then there is French section on the IRCC website. With the fake immigration website, you probably only find English, or you'll find English and French, or you'll find English, French, and other languages. So that is also a clue for you to figure out that that website is not original. Sometimes they'll put fake addresses on the website, fake telephone numbers. They can even fake credentials and put it on the website. Always make sure that you verify and vet. Always make sure that you verify and vet. Please don't be too quick to click on things. Don't be too quick to make decisions that could cost you a fortune in the future and in the long run. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause for a bit here. If you're still watching this video by this time, please hit that subscribe button down below and also like this video to push it forward. One thing I would advise when it comes to such kinds of things is check the address of the website, because usually that would pretty much give you an idea of whether it's a fake or it's a real. Don't be so quick to give out your personal information or your credit card numbers, your bank cards, any kind of personal information. Don't be so quick to give out that information. If the website seems wrong to you, if it seems off to you, you can do a web search to see if anyone has reported problems with that website. Make sure your browser is up to date and make sure you have browser filters that can help you detect fake websites. A secure website will usually have the padlock icon and it will have the https:// so just be careful on that as well. Also, if you receive a phishing email from a strange name that you don't know and have never come across before, don't click on the website. Just be careful, because usually when you click on the website, it's another avenue for hackers to attack. Another way that immigration fraudsters can get to you is by offering you very bogus claims, bogus promises that are too good to be true. So for example, they'll promise to get you a work permit in 2 months or 3 months so that you can leave the country with it, or they'll promise to get you a job in 1 month. They'll promise an immigration package that doesn't even exist and has no basis, no head, no tail. The job aspect is another funny one. If they're offering you those kinds of claims, it sounds too good to be true. Always verify, okay? Always verify. Whenever someone tells me that they met an agent who is offering to get them a postgraduate work permit or something like that, I'm always very skeptical. I'm literally raising my eyebrows, and I'm like, you need to like take a break and then do your research and check. Then again, with the job offer, sometimes they can go as far as using fake companies that don't even exist in this Canada to give you a job. They'll fake a job offer letter. It's way too smooth, it's way too sleek to be true. With the pandemic, a lot of people have lost their jobs. So if any company is offering a job to somebody that's coming from outside, don't let yourself get too carried away by all the too good to be true claims that are being made. Just like resist the urge and the temptation. So another one of the ways that they operate is by extortion. If you are dealing with them for the first time, and if you don't know anything, if you don't have any background information, you might think that whatever they're charging you is cheap. However, it's not cheap. They usually charge very exorbitant amounts, and if you're unsuspecting, you'll think, oh, it's cheap just because of the special deal or the discounts that they've given. Sometimes they'll make you pay before they do anything. Once you pay the first time, they'll get you to keep paying and paying and paying. So if you pay a certain amount this time, in order to move forward, you'll need to pay. And that is how you keep paying and paying and paying and paying. And when it comes to a job offer, they'll make you pay before you can get the job offer. Guys, in the real world, that never happens. Nobody gives you a job and asks you to pay before you can start working that job. It doesn't happen anywhere. It doesn't even happen in Canada, okay? So whenever you have somebody who's telling you about immigration and telling you you have to pay a certain amount of money for you to get the job offer that will guarantee you access to apply for a Canadian visa, run away. It's fake. Those are not genuine. Those are thieves, okay? So don't be a victim. Always look before you leap, and just be very, very careful. Another way that they operate is through consultancy services, and this one it's kind of hard to detect because they are mixed with the good ones. When anybody comes to talk to me about wanting to move to Canada and they just, for some reason or for some circumstance, they just can't apply themselves and they would like to use an immigration agent, I always like to recommend immigration agents that have RCIC designation. So RCIC is Regulated Canadian Immigration Consultants, and they usually have a license number. So those people are actually licensed agents that work with non-Canadians in order to come into the country or in order to relocate. Some of them are genuine, some of them are fake. So there are people who fake the license numbers, there are people who fake their RCIC designation, there are people who fake they will just do anything just to get at people, and they'll charge exorbitant amounts for their consultancy fees. Now, if you come in contact with an RCIC, you may not know if the person is genuine or not, just based off of your first interaction. However, you can check and verify their license numbers. Whenever somebody comes to meet you to talk to you about immigration and how they can help you relocate, they can help you move, they'll talk about the job, they'll talk about federal skilled workers and all of those things. Ask them what their license number is, okay? So Somebody who has a clean heart or a clean mind should be willing to give that number without any kind of restriction or without acting defensive. So when you ask them what their license number is and they act defensive, then that is a clue for you to suspect that this person might not be genuine. If they're beating around the bush, or if they're just going round in circles and they don't want to provide the license number, then that is also a clue that this person might not be genuine. Always ask them for their license number. The license number usually starts with an R and then 6 digits, so you can use that license number to check and verify if that person is licensed or not, because some people can fake license numbers too. And that's why I said earlier that this type of fraud can be a little hard to detect. So when somebody fakes a license number and you don't know, and you're already in the process and they've succeeded in getting you that work permit or that visa, at some point the application will be rejected, especially if you've gone far in the process, all because the consultant that you used was a fake or was not licensed. Lastly, another way is through phone calls. So they can actually call you from God knows where and then start talking about immigration services when you've never even mentioned. So it's much like receiving a call from a scam artist. Whenever you get that kind of call, hang up.
Well, just as I thought, trash.
Don't even bother listening to them. It's not beneficial to you. If you ever suspect this kind of fraud, you can actually report it to the Canada Anti-Fraud Center on the IRCC website. Alright guys, so I do believe that I have touched on the clues that you can use to detect immigration fraud and also the ways in which these fraudsters operate. I hope this video was very helpful to you. I hope that you're able to learn a thing or two from this video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Also turn on that notification so that you will never miss an upload. So I do believe this is where I will draw the curtains for this video. Thank you for watching and staying put till the end. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye.